So today I thought it'd be fun to experiment with colors, particularly cool tones and warm tones. I wanted to see what really makes our makeup pop, what we should avoid, and what's gonna age us. So in case you're interested, then keep on watching. Hey guys, it's Kat and welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to do something a little bit different, mix it up. Do you remember that book? Oh my gosh, if you're as old as me, it came out in the 80s and it was called Color Me Beautiful. Discover your natural beauty through the colors that make you look great and feel fabulous. I have that whole color range where they take a look at your skin tone, your eye color, your hair color, and they figure out, oh, you're a winter or an autumn or a summer or a spring. Well, back when I was in high school, they categorized me as a winter because back then I had pale skin, I had jet black hair, dark eyes. It's kind of changed since then. Clearly, I've colored my hair, my skin tone has changed a little bit, and now I find using those colors that they told me to use 40 years ago do not work for me. They suggested that I wear blue eyeliner, blue eyeshadow to make things pop. I'm sorry, it's not 1982 anymore. So I thought it would be interesting to do one side of my face using all cool toned makeup products, all cool tone shades, and then the other side of my face with all warm shades. Now, warm shades, they have like a warm undertone, obviously, golden, yellow. Whenever I look for foundation or I'm testing out foundation, I used to think I was neutral. If you have blue veins, they say you're a cool tone. If you have green or purple, that means you're a warm tone. I've got purple and green. So what does that mean? I know. I'm confused just like you. So I decided to try this little experiment. I have a lot of makeup here. I'm not even gonna go into what brands they are or whatever. We're just gonna do one side of my face completely cool toned, of course neutral, and do the left side of my face warm tone. And you'll see the vast difference. And make sure you stay till the end to see what the final result is. Does cool tones look better or do warm tones look better? I already applied my foundation as well as my concealer. We're starting out with a clean slate. And the foundation that I used today was the Glossier Stretch Foundation, and I'm in the shade Light 5. This foundation has a yellow undertone because apparently I'm warm complected. I do have yellow undertones, golden undertones, so obviously I go with that. I've noticed in the past when I get a neutral foundation, it tends to look ashy on my complexion because of the warm undertones. For concealer, I went in with my favorite, the Tower 28. This also has a slight yellow undertone. I think it really looks good on my complexion, and for some reason, it looks neutralized on my face. So on the cool tone side of my face, I'm gonna go in with bronzer. Definitely is cool tone, and this is from Essence, the Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder. There's no orange, there's no yellow undertones, there's no warmness to it. So let's go ahead and apply this side of the face with a cool tone bronzer. It's not pulling orange, great little bronzer by the way. So as you can see, it's cool tone. You're probably thinking, well, that doesn't look too cool tone. That looks warm on your complexion, right? So now I'm gonna go in on the left side with a very warm tone bronzer. This one is the medium bronzer from Sigma. Let's hold it up and compare. As you can see, this one is much warmer. This one is much cooler tone. This definitely has yellow gold in it. And I'm gonna apply it with a different brush just to be fair. Do you see how much warmer it is on the complexion? It's starting to give a little bit more warmth on my left side. Cool, warm. Okay, so now, this is so much fun. For blush, I'm gonna go in with a very cool tone blush. And when I talk about cool tones, we think cool undertones like blue. Think about red lipstick. A lot of women say, oh, I can't wear red lipstick because it just washes me out. It all hinges on your complexion and your skin tone. If you have a neutral skin tone, a blue red looks fantastic. If you have more of an olivey or warm complexion, a coral red looks beautiful on that complexion. But we're gonna do a blue red blush. And this is just the House Labs. As you can see, super bright pink. It's super cool tone, and I'm gonna take it on my brush and apply it. I mean, fantastic pop of color, but is it appropriate for my complexion? I mean, it really brightens up the face, gives it that youthfulness, gives it that pop of color. I still love this blush. But again, it's not about the product, it's about the shade, it's about the undertones. So definitely a pop of color with this blush. Very cool toned. And when you pair it with a cool tone bronzer, it's really changing this side of my face. It's really making my face look more neutral. On the left side of my face, I'm gonna go in with a warm colored blush. My daughter Ava ripped this off of me. I'm going in with the ColourPop blush, and this is in the shade Inner Blush. And as you can see, it's a beautiful coral shade. I'm gonna take that on my brush and then pop it right through here. As you can see, it's very warm, it's very peachy. It's a gorgeous color of blush. And see how it's just meshing with the warm bronzer. So this side is definitely cool tone. As you can see, you've got that blue-red blush, the undertone of the hot pink blush, and the coolness of that bronzer. This side, I don't know, what do you think? Eyeshadow, we all love eyeshadow. I love it just as much as you do, but sometimes we look at an eyeshadow palette and we go, oh, those colors are so pretty, but I could never pull them off. Or it's a cool tone, neutral eyeshadow palette and you're going, is it gonna look good on me? I'm guilty. I've been wearing a lot of cool tone looks recently. A lot of cool tone eyeshadow looks because on a warm tone complexion, cool tones are going to pop more. But does that necessarily mean it looks good on your skin? Does a neutral eyeshadow look better warm or cool toned based on your complexion? So what I'm gonna do is, and I'm just pulling out the Natasha Denona I Love a Nude eyeshadow palette. You know I've been loving this for the last couple of months. It is very cool toned, as you can see, but I have a warm tone eyeshadow palette, and this is just the one from Huda Beauty. Different size eyeshadow palettes. The Huda Beauty is very warm toned. As you can see, it's got a lot of yellow and gold based shadows in here, and this one is super cool tone. So on the right side of my eye, I'm gonna go in with the shade Wit. As you can see, it's like a salmon-y color, and I'm gonna go on the right side with this cool tone pink. This is a gorgeous pink. Pops on the eye because it is cool toned. This shade here in the Huda Beauty is very similar to that shade, just a hair lighter. I'm gonna go in with the warm pink on the left side. They look almost identical, but this is just a shade warmer. Now we're gonna deepen up the crease, and I'm gonna go in with Vague, and that is a deeper cool tone pink. And we're deepening it up, thus creating more of a cool tone shade. Keep in mind, it's in the same family of pink, but it's just a cool tone. Now we're gonna go in with this corally shade. It's in the same family, but as you can see, since it's a warm tone eyeshadow palette, it's gonna pull more coral, more orange, and we're gonna do the exact same thing. We're gonna deepen up that crease, and immediately you can see the difference. It's taking on a whole new look. It's warming up that side of the face, giving it still the same amount of dimension, like that. Interesting, isn't it? Now, going back into the cool tone eyeshadow palette, I'm gonna go in with Tender, which is a taupey brown, and going to concentrate on the outskirts of the outer thirds of my eye, and it's really pulling cool tone. This is still a very pretty look, but still neutral. And then going into the warm eyeshadow palette, I want to go in with this clay color, still considered neutral, and deepen up that crease. I'm applying it the same exact way, but look at the difference. Warm, so warm, wow. And look how cold that is. I mean, this is straight up cold. What's that song? He's a cold-hearted snake. Which side are you liking so far? Now for shimmer, I'm gonna go in with Travertine. I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt. It's kind of a warmer tone, but as you apply it against all those cool tone shades, it's really going to stay kind of neutral, but at the same time, still very cool, like that. And then on this side, I'm gonna go in with this shade here. It's like a bronzy warm shade, and pop it on the top. Look at the difference. Isn't that crazy? Like I said, this isn't about comparing eyeshadow palettes. I'm comparing the warm tones to the cool tones. And already it's just such a stark difference. Now I'm gonna brighten up this eye. I'm gonna stick with the warm eyeshadow palette. I'm gonna pop a little bit of the lightest gold on here in the center of the eyelid just to brighten it up. Right through there. Very pretty. I'm gonna take it on a tiny brush and pop it into the corner, staying on the warm side, and then pop under a little bit under the brow bone. I know, I didn't realize I was gonna do a full glam look today, but that's where we're going. Now for this cool tone side, I'm gonna go in with mica and then pop that in the middle of the lid. This makes the eyeshadow look icy. Like we're out of the cool tone now. We're into icy. And then pop it in the inner corner. And then again under the brow bone. Now I'm going to tightline my upper waterline with a black eyeliner on the cool tone side. I know I rarely use a black eyeliner, but I just wanted to show you the difference between using a black eyeliner versus a brown eyeliner. And we're going to go ahead and tightline. This is from e.l.f. Actually, this is quite a good eyeliner. And then on the warm side, I'm going to go in with brown denim from L'Oreal. Now I'm going to go ahead and do a tiny wing with black eyeliner on the cool tone side. And then the left side on the warm side in pitch brown. I'm gonna go ahead and throw on a quick coat of mascara, and this is just from City Beauty, the Beyond Mascara. Mascara on. Now that we have our eye look on, I want to go ahead and set my makeup look. And if you don't think setting powder is going to affect your complexion, well, you're wrong. I'm going to go in on the cool side with the Huda Beauty Cherry Blossom Cake Easy Bake Translucent Powder. Now, this is a pink translucent powder. It's going to color correct. It's also going to brighten that under eye area. I'm going to put a little bit in here, and I'm just going to press it like that. This is a beautiful powder. It has a slight tinge of pink, so it's gonna brighten up that area. It's gonna also color correct, but it's still a cool tone shade on that side of the face. Now on the left side of my face, I'm gonna set it with the Laura Mercier setting powder, and this is in the shade, whew, look at that dust. And this is in the shade Honey. And Honey has a slight tint to it. As you can see, it is a warm shade of translucent powder. I'm just gonna get a tiny bit, and this is a different brush, and press that in. It may be translucent, but it has a slight tinge of that shade, so it's warming up this side as well. Now for lips, on the cool tone side of my face, I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Hydra Core Lip Balm in the shade Delightful. This is one of my all-time favorites, as you can see. It is a cool tone mauve. I thought it would look great with the eyeshadow look with the cool tone pink blush. And that's just the right side of my face, I know. On the warm side, I'm going in with the Tower 28 Juice Balm in the shade Mix. And as you can see, it is a neutral tone, but it is warm. It's more on the coral, warm, orangey side. And here we are with the final look. As you can see, this side, super cool tone. You have the undertones of the hot pink blush that runs cool, the blue undertones. See how it's contrasting against my skin. You have the cool tone eyeshadow, which almost makes it look stark, almost icy, paired with this cool tone mauve lip balm. Huge difference. Look how warm this side looks. My complexion looks healthier. It looks more glowy. It looks a little more natural. I know I went heavy on the eyeshadow. I just wanted to prove a point. Also, with the lip balm, look at the difference. Very stark in contrast. What side do you prefer? And it's interesting because I asked Matt last night. I know, he thought I was going crazy when I had two different looks going on at once. He said that this side looked more natural, more youthful because it went with my skin tone. He said that this side, although pretty with the pops of color, looked a little too stark, looked a little too icy, and didn't go well with my complexion. So what is the big question here? Are we not allowed to wear cool tone shades when you're naturally a warm complexion person? And the same question goes for cool complexion girls. Can you not wear warm shades? In my opinion, as long as you use it sparingly in different parts of your face, I think it will work for you. For example, if you use a cool tone eyeshadow, perhaps go in with a little warmer blush and not do the entire face with a blue underbase or a cool tone base. And at my age, I don't want exactly everything to pop all at once. Maybe I just want to focus on one feature like my eyes. So if you want to wear a cool tone eyeshadow look when you have a warm complexion like I do, maybe focus on the eye as a cool tone look and then off balance all those cool tone shades. But if you do it all at once, this is what you're going to come up with. If you're going to do warm tones on warm skin, it really does make a difference. It really is pretty, isn't it? This to me, I know, I was so shocked to see the final result and to get input from Matt. He said, wow, this side looks so much better because it just enhances my natural beauty, my natural complexion, whereas this is kind of detracting from my natural complexion, if that makes sense. So this is what I came up with. I will still love my cool tone eyeshadows. I'll still love the cool tone blushes and lipstick, but I will do it one feature at a time and not all at once. It does make a huge difference. What do you think? Cool tone side, or do you like the warm tone side? Let me know down in the comments. You guys, I had so much fun going down this rabbit hole and experimenting with different shades and different color tones. I hope this helps you out. It certainly has helped me out. I know what's gonna flatter my skin tone now after literally putting it on my face and making a side-by-side comparison. That doesn't mean I'm gonna shy away from products that are cool tone based. It just means I'm gonna use them in moderation and maybe just add to one feature of my face. But yes, thanks again so much for hanging out with me today. I had so much fun. I hope you did too. And if you enjoy this type of content, please consider subscribing. I would love it if you'd be a part of our family. But for now, mahal kita, I love you, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.